What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about 3 reasons why the narcissist Hoover. 3 reasons why they do, and 3 reasons why they don't. Why aren't you getting Hoovered so far? Something you probably ask yourself sometimes. And not that you ask because you want it to happen. It's just something you're curious about because you know the narcissistic pattern of how they operate after no contact order has been put in place. And so when you haven't gotten that Hoover yet, or you haven't gotten it in a while, you start to wonder, and it's just a natural human reaction. Like, why isn't a person hurting me who hurts me all the time? And the reason why the narcissist is not hoovering you is because they found some really good supply. And the new supply is going extra hard for them at giving them exactly what they want at all times. Number 2 is that they feel that you don't have what it takes to fulfill the energy they need. So there's something about you, that spark that you once had that drawn them to you in the first place. I guess they just don't see it in you at the time. And another reason why they're not hoovering is because the no contact is fresh. You figured them out. You probably even called them out on it, even if it led up to a confrontation, which I don't advise anyone to do, is to confront a narcissist unless you have very safe ways of doing so. I do that because I'm on my auxiliary, and I don't know if when I stop talking, when the car turns off after 5 minutes, I don't know if it'll, it'll turn off my audio for the video. So I restart the car. Not start the car, I turn it back on. And so those are the 3 reasons why you probably haven't gotten hoovered from the narcissist. Again, not that you're looking for a hoover. It's just something to think about so you can, understand how they operate. Now, the reason why they hoover is because, especially like right after the no contact, or you've given them limited conversation, you've been great rocking them so much until they just can't take it anymore, they start to hoover you. They come around bearing gifts, trying to spark a conversation, just anything that they can do to get something back out of you. They need that good thing back again. They need that feeling, that confident, that security of knowing that there's a chance that they can have you back again. That's one of the reasons why they hoover you. The second reason why they hoover you is because they're not getting the supply from anywhere else, or the new supply is not as fulfilling as you were. And they're going to keep coming back to you, at least trying to get just a piece of you again. Just a piece of you to the narc is better than no supply at all. The third reason why they hoover you is because they need something out of you. Now, this is going to go, I'm going to give you an example, and then I'm going to give you like a quick, narc story update, because I haven't updated y'all in a while, and a lot of you are new subscribers, and you probably don't even know my story dealing with a narcissist. But as far as them needing something from you, it's crazy because you could have gone months, almost a year, maybe even a year, without dealing with the narcissist, and then they pop up out of nowhere with the hoover because they need something from you, and it's major. It can range from shelter, they need a place to stay, they're in a dire need of help, they need financial help from you. And they may even come to you because, they may need help finding a job or something. So that's why they hoover you, because it's something that they need, that's like detrimental to the way, it plays a huge part of their whole survival. And, they will come to you even after they have ruined, after they have burned the bridge with you so many times. They still have the audacity to come to you and ask you for a huge favor after so much time has went by. They do this because they feel like, well, maybe since so much time has went by, they'll have a change of heart about me. They want to smooth things over. They're thinking that you're going to take the bait. As a way, they manipulate you into thinking that's how you should feel. But a person like myself, who have survived some of the worst times dealing with a narcissist, they're not going to take the bait, and you're not going to let up easy. You may lighten up the limited conversation with them, but you're not going to go so far as to make them think that they have a chance with you again. You still have to maintain your no contact and maintain your boundaries, strict boundaries if you have to, and let the narcissist know that rules are rules. And you may not feel like you have to follow rules with other people, but you have to follow them with me. It just comes a time when you have to put your foot down, because the narcissist will continue to try to cross that line to get a hold of you. So when that happens again, they will be so desperate as to use anything to get some assistance out of you. They need you. You're like a drug to them. You're their supply. And so now I'll take you to the story time. I know I haven't updated y'all in a while, but of course I still work with the narc. And it's been a super duper long time since the last Hoover, until recently, which really was Friday. We come up really short-handed at work, and I just do what I normally do, which is why I mentioned it in that video that day, that, which is more than a reason for me to be up for that promotion, is because I'm willing on going the extra mile. And that's just me. That's just how I am in any workplace, not just there. When that's just a part of your makeup, that's who you are as a person. And there's so many people who are like that. They give it 100% of what they do, no matter what the job is. And the narcissist knows this already. So she used it to her advantage to approach me on Friday as we was getting ready to leave work. And it was just a sudden case of niceness. And I'm like, there's that word I haven't had in a while. And she was like, thank you so much for giving us a hand. I'm like, you haven't, thanked me any other day. So what makes today so different? So it comes to find out, that, which is why I mentioned the karma. I mentioned this in a karma video, that the narc, she doesn't have a car. I don't know. She made a comment to somebody about the car has completely let her down. So now she has to, hitch rides back and forth to work or whatever. She brought it on herself because she don't take care of her responsibilities. The cars don't take care of themselves. We got to take care of the maintenance to keep them on the road. And I just felt like that Hoover was all about her trying to get something out of me Major, which was a ride back and forth to work. Like, do you really think I'm about to have you in my presence, like that close to me? You know, I don't want to be around you now. What makes you think I want to give you a ride? Like, no, that's not going to happen. And she acts in so many ways without being direct about it, because when you know the narc and you're used to their ways, it's a lot of stuff they don't have to say in order for you to just know where they're getting to. So that's why that Hoover came to me out of nowhere after so long, months and months and months. So those are the reasons why the narc hoovers and why they don't hoover. So if this video was helpful, leave your thoughts down below. I want to thank y'all for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Hey y'all, this is an extended version of the video before this. I forgot to mention the story time on what happened with the narc the last few days of work. So on Friday, yes, she was super nice, and I know it was leading up to something, and that something was probably, hey, you think I could catch a ride with you, you know, to drive me home from work or whatever. Not gonna happen. And it's not like they're gonna always be direct. Sometimes they want you to, you know, offer them something. They want you to, you know, make yourself available to them. And she should also know that that's not gonna happen. So, you know, sometimes when you've been going through this for so long, the narcissist can do things and you can just instantly point it out. Okay, what's going on now? Okay, now I know what this means. I see what's going on now. Oh, so this is the Hoover, you know. And that's where I'm at now in my, you know, journey of healing and just being awakened to narc abuse. It's like I can just not always easily point it out, but I can point some things out quicker than I used to. And so on yesterday, okay, so that happened on Friday. So yesterday, she came to me and she asked me, do I want to see a program from a funeral of a mutual friend of ours who passed away? When was that? Super Tuesday, when we voted, you know, the president election. And I was like, okay, you just you just not breaking. Well, it's been over a month, a little over a month, even though today is just the 8th. I don't care. Like, I already knew what was up. I already knew what she was trying to do. I know that it was just to, you know, just like trying to get something out of me. It's like, even if you can't pinpoint directly what it is, the exact favor that the narc needs, you know, the kind of supply they can benefit from you right away, you still know that they're trying to get some kind of supply out of you. And I'm like, they will stoop that low as to use someone's funeral program who's passed away, who you haven't kept in touch with, because when the narc loses supply from work, a lot of times they don't keep in touch with the people from work, because the type of job we have, new supply is constantly coming and going. So the old supply is forgotten about. And I know this because people who's worked with us before, she cut them off once they left the job. So chances are, if I would leave, you know, out of sight, out of mind, I just kind of feel like that would happen. I know it would happen unless they see you out in public, and then you may get a slight Hoover. The narcissist would pretend to be excited to see you, but again, it's always a Hoover. And you know, if you keep in touch with them or exchange updated phone numbers, the love bombing will start. You know, that's how the narc operates with, you know, ex-coworkers. So it's like you weren't even keeping in touch with this person who passed away, and you haven't worked with them in over 7 years, and now, oh, so you went to the funeral and you won't meet. And she don't even go to funerals because she can't even handle death. Narcissists cannot handle death because it reminds them that all things, you know, will come to an end. And they hate the fact that they can't control it and reverse that. Like, that's just life, and you got to deal with certain things in life, and death is definite. So it's like they hate the fact that death is something they can't control. It hurts them. It puts fear in them, you know, sick and twisted, the narc. So yeah, and I'm like, you will really stoop that low to use someone's funeral program to try to Hoover me into, you know, giving you a favor. I'm not going to do it. And I'm really not going to do it because I know that you are fake. I know that this conversation, this small exchange you're trying to have with me is fake. I know where it's coming from. It's coming from a place of, you know, desperate. You're desperate now. You haven't Hoovered me. That's my dog whining in the background. And forever, and I don't miss it, you know, but now I know what it is. Now I know what it is. And that came to me right away. So that was yesterday. So Friday, she was just super nice. She even came out, because I'm the last one to leave work now. She came out to the dining area and she was like, okay, bye Felicia, have a good weekend. And I'm like, where'd that come from? What the hell? And I looked and it was her. And I said, okay. I didn't say, okay, you too, have a good week. No. You know, even though my tone was a little high pitched, I still kept it great rock. I just said, okay. But I said like, okay. I didn't say, okay. You know, all of that matters. It all matters the way you communicate with a narc and how they receive it. And so I guess that was made her, you know, continue yesterday when we got back to work on Monday, you know, offering for me to see the program from the funeral. And then today, it was a total turnaround because of the fact that I didn't take the bait Friday or yesterday. So today, it was kind of like her way of shutting me out. She made it obvious that she took some things that I normally work with that are sturdy, that are, you know, durable, things that I need to work with, that make work easy. She took it and put it in somebody else's work area who didn't even show up to work today. So it was like, it's obvious that now you're mad because you couldn't have your way with me Friday and Monday. Like, it's just, never ending. It's never ending to the point where it's funny. All I can do now is just laugh because they are so predictable at some point of the things that they do. You could just kind of almost point out what's next with the narc because they're so predictable. So yeah, that kind of gives a little update on what's been going on with the narc who I work with. And you know, I mentioned about my transfer. I think back in, was it earlier this year? Well, all that was put on hold because of COVID and everything. But yeah, and I don't even really put much thought into the transferring anymore because I just come to realize that narcissists are everywhere. Not saying that, so I'll just stay here with her, you know, but I'm not putting forth the effort to push so hard for that anymore as far as getting a transfer, you know, and then I want that promotion. And I don't have to stay there to get the promotion, but I can work that new position at the site that I'm at now or be moved somewhere else. So yeah, I just hope it all works out for me and y'all, you know, keep your fingers crossed as well. Thank y'all for watching. That ends this video. Leave your thoughts down below and I'll talk to you soon.